It's gonna be an open house, there's gonna be a lot of
Conversation on it,
conversation and a lot of, people to go up and just let their ideas.
no, I don't have any ideas, I just, I come to find out what's going on, I encourage some friends. Really not.
What's that?
No, I was looking for Twyla.
Oh,
No, it's her grandson was really involved. Oh, he's been talking about that. Opposition, make money,
sure.
get money.
You and Twyla were gonna dust your boards up, and you and Twyla were gonna dust your skateboards up.
Yeah, I've
You're
heard
ready to
that.
ride.
That's part of that. Grandson, did you know that?
That's all.
All right. Wants to do a quick interview, if that's okay?
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably with that in the background. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay,
That I knew her from college.
Vince.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Vince, so now.
Okay.
Why did I remember
So
that?
now you grew up in Iowa.
Yep, Iowa City, Iowa.
I saw you have already done some designs, somewhat local, at least regional, state.
Yeah, Norfolk, Nebraska. I'm told they say it Norfolk. I don't know if you say it's Norfolk. Yeah, I did one there 2020, and then I'm also working on the city of Lincoln, Nebraska right now. And then many across the state of Iowa.
So
There we go. Now we got some.
you don't have to go into the design of those areas, but has anything about those designs kind of, will that help inform what you design here ultimately?
A bit, though. Every community is different. The makeup of the community is different, and what they have regionally and other skate parks in nearby communities is different. So, yeah, we're always learning and innovating. Skate parks are really better. So from those projects, obviously a number of lessons learned, but yeah, from this project, we're essentially starting from scratch. That's the main goal tonight, is to find out what people are looking for, what style of skateboard they're interested in this specific.
And what are the, like 3 different styles or kind of a combination of different things you were surveying for?
Yeah.
Just touch very briefly on what those styles are.
Yeah, there's 2 main types of terrain when it comes to skate park. There's street, which is more linear, angular type elements, like you find like a downtown or stuff. And then there's transition, which is curvilinear. So instead of linear, curvilinear, and that's good with like bowls and frames and things like that. So that'll be one of the key questions for tonight.
I don't
What
think
ratio is it looking for in terms of street transition? Do they want more street? Do they want more transition? Do they want to mix all of them?
Street transition. So street, would that be like rails?
Yeah,
And what would like the transition?
like an empty swimming pool, or like a mini half.
Have you seen the local skate park right now? What did you think?
Yeah, I've seen a number of skate parks like that. That was common, at the time, roughly 20 years ago. Municipalities all over the country were putting in skate parks in that style. So, yeah, I've seen that style before. I've seen others in much worse condition, so I was surprised that it's not in too bad a condition. But yeah, it's definitely outdated and limited in terms of its layout. So what we're going to be doing at the new park is going to be more modern, more innovative. It's going to be constructed with concrete, so better materials. So just overall better experience, better product.
So concrete is one way you would improve upon the old skate park. Is there any other things?
Yeah, the old skate park is just very linear in nature. It's very just mundane, back and forth, whereas modern skate parks are more curvilinear and more organic.
Can you point at one of those?
Yeah, like this,
It's an actress.
all the twists and turns here versus, skate parks back in the day, linear. Basketball courts, sports, also grips on it.
Yeah. Train. Funny when you call them.
She was a young lady, so
Yeah, that was.
that was.
There's spectator seating areas, that's an important component, both for skiers and non-skiers. Yeah, it's really have to sit, a shaded area. So it's definitely an important component, it's the area of the non-skating community as well. Skate park goes over time.
Do you know what skate parks are called?
That is TBD. We're targeting, but there's
So she's gonna break down whatever side you want.
and that's part of the big old like here. So let me show the here. Straight over here.
I still had to go over the next couple of weeks. I always forget that.
Oh. You were selected out of,
Sure.
quite a competitive bid, it looked like, for the colored concrete.
Mostly aesthetic quality.
Yeah, aesthetic quality.
Yeah.
It's digitally already, that's how I downloaded it.
How do you prioritize aesthetics in your
Where'd you
design?
go?
And how do you make each individual design stand out?
Yeah, aesthetics is the component that will ask for community input on. So, you guys like thematic. Community part of that. To be honest, yeah, things little pops of color here and there, just the lack of space. Maybe it's less than just a block of concrete. That's pretty important for us. You know, there's a balance. You don't want to put too much money into aesthetics, and then the skate rolls get smaller and smaller and looks really cool, but is it big enough or is it functioning very well? So it's always quite a nice mix of balance.
Do you know the budget you had for any individual projects?
Million? 400, 350, 150, so it ranges.
Okay.
And we're working with 600K.
So what design would look approximate to what?
About something on this exact front page of our website here, maybe something like something in between this, maybe something a little bit bigger than that.
Okay. I think that's it for me. Is there anything else that you want to add?
You know, just we're excited about the project. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, shall we kick it off?
We should.
Yeah. Oh, no? Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah. No, people mess it up all the time. All good. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
How we doing?
If you want to talk, we're streaming this right now.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to talk, you're gonna have to get close to the mic.
I'm there, okay.
Okay, so they can hear you.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, everyone, this is Vince Onell. I'm out of California, Swan Ranch in California. And his little bit of bio, he grew up in Iowa.
Is that good or bad?
Well, you know what Iowa stands for?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Right, that's
I've heard that
all we
one.
need to-
I've heard that
That's
one.
all we need to do. That's all we need to say on it. At a young age, he was, he must have been, kind of a rebel, but a little bit, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of skateboarders in Iowa when I was growing up. So.
But in 2002, he joined some other skateboarders in Iowa City. They were successful in building a skateboard or skate park there in 2002. And so he got a lot of years of experience. And now he was chased by the police at one time, but he's now on the good side.
Yeah.
It's as you get older.
Yeah.
Not as
He
fast.
can't
Yeah,
afford
yeah.
to do it.
Take it away.
Yeah, but he has, a lot of experience with AutoCAD and stuff like that, so I believe he'll do us a really good job, so.
Yeah.
That's all, let's take it over.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Great to be here, great to connect with you guys. No formal presentation today. Next time there will be a formal presentation when I'm presenting some actual designs. For today, it's more of an open house style. So let me walk you through how I'm gonna get input from you guys. There's two main ways. The first is by you guys placing dots on your favorite elements here. So each person, when I'm done talking, is gonna get 4 of these sticky dots. You're gonna put these dots on your favorite elements here, and then over time, we'll see some patterns emerge in terms of what features you guys like and what you guys don't like so much. I'd recommend scanning all of these first, then going back, placing your dots, because if you just start here, you're gonna run out of dots. Other rule, you can't take people's dots off of stuff that you don't like. So this needs to be a fair process. So yeah, you're gonna put your dots on your favorite elements. We got a good mix of all different kinds of elements. We got bowls, stairs, rails, transition elements, street elements, and then it's really cool when it's all said and done because I can see some patterns in terms of what you guys are liking versus what you guys are not liking. And it's not an exact science. The skate park doesn't have to be exact elements, but this gives me a good sense for what you guys are liking, and this kind of is a reference point as I'm, in the lab working on design. So everyone's gonna get 4 of these. So that's one component. The second component is this survey right here. So we have a written survey here, and I have pens right here. If you're more new school, we can have you guys scan that QR code with your smartphone, and that's gonna take you to the same exact survey here. So this asks some important questions such as, what are your wheels of choice? Skateboard, bike, skate, scooter, wheelchair, or none of the above. BMX bike rider. Don't get offended that there's no BMXers in these photos. Our skate parks are designed for all wheels. It just so happens that our photographers are skateboarders and they're friends with skateboarders. So when they go shoot these things, they don't bring any bike riders, but we encourage bikes at our skate parks. Another question, how would you rate your skill level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced? A few other questions. This is an important one. Preferred ratio of street to transition style terrain. Do you want 100% street? Do you want 100% transition? Or somewhere kind of in between? So that's an important question. And when I'm done with the design, I can really look at it and get a sense for, does this match the ratio that this community is looking for? A few other technical type questions for you guys to fill out here. So that's pretty much it. Again, open house format. I'll be just hanging out if you guys want to chat one-on-one. Got my notebook to take additional notes. That's pretty much it. Before I cut you guys loose and give you your dots and your surveys, any questions you want to discuss as a group? Yes.
Any opportunity to do this online?
Yes. Yes, that QR code is going to take you to an online version of the survey. And I can also provide a link to you guys too. Yes. Any other questions before I cut you loose? You can chat with me one-on-one too, if you want to have a more private conversation.
How is most of this set up for our terrain and everything? Because I know some of those areas that
Yeah.
you're in, they're really hard, they're packed,
Yeah.
and we're pretty soft.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a problem anywhere?
Yeah, that's an important part of our process. So we'll do a geotechnical study once we nail down the site. Currently, we're looking at a few different locations, primarily at Centennial Park, different locations within that. So once we nail down the site, then we will do a geotechnical study and then, compaction of the earth, bring in rock and all that stuff is an important part of our process because for skateboard wheels especially, cracks or differential settlement is no good. It'll trip up a skateboard wheel, so we definitely have to pay attention to that. Cool. Any other questions?
So you didn't discuss, I'm sorry, locations?
Yeah, we're looking at Centennial Park, a few locations within that general area.
General area.
Yeah, but we haven't nailed down specific. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think it's a very good location.
Yeah.
Fine spot to do it.
Yeah, it will not be where the current skate park is. So where the current skate park is, you guys can explain this further, the rec center is expanding, I've learned today, so it's not gonna be there, somewhere else within Centennial Park, there's a few different locations we're looking at.
Is there a set amount now that will be spent on this?
Yeah, we have a budget of $600,000. Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
I should know that, but.
Yeah, no, that's
I
fine, yeah,
forgot.
yeah. No, it's a good, healthy budget, yeah.
That's a pretty good budget.
Yeah. Yeah, in 2024, things cost way more than they did, 5 years ago. But still, even despite that, it's a good, healthy budget, so I'm happy with it.
The way you guys are building it, are planning on, is it something that can also grow down the road?
Yeah,
What you're
with
planning
future
on?
expansion, yeah, that would be the goal, yeah. Yeah, and I think with all the sites that we're looking at currently, I think that would be an option. I don't see any of them limiting us too much in terms of available space. Yeah. Yes?
Do you think the skate park will be like lanes or like a plaza or just weird?
Whatever you guys want. Yeah, what do you want? What's your
Honestly,
preference?
I've never skated like a plaza.
Yeah. Okay, maybe unique to this area?
Yeah,
Okay, where are you skating currently? What's your favorite part?
well, the Denver park
Yeah.
is really cool, and some parks in Omaha, I mean, they're okay. And the skate park here, I like it, it's like, so much of the obstacles are like dancing, like especially the
Yeah.
pyramid.
Yeah.
The pyramid, like, it dense in the middle, so every time you go,
Yeah.
moves on.
I was there touring it earlier and I noticed that exact thing. So this new skate park will be made out of concrete, so much more durable, smoother, just a better material all around.
And just so people know, the existing skate park is gonna be refurbished and relocated somewhere else in town, so we will end up having two, but, it's gonna be the Crown Jewel, obviously. We will still have that as well.
Two skate parks.
So are
Yes.
you guys gonna be involved in relocating the other one at all, or is that just gonna be they'll like the city,
I learned about that for the first time like an hour ago, so
probably the city?
probably the city, though I'm happy, to consult in any way. You guys see that?
Yeah, we have a couple of things in mind, as soon as we get nailed down, but we're trying to hopefully spread it in different area towns, so we, there's some distance between, so we can service more than one area of town.
So when it's built, this will be a city property. I'm just curious about maintenance and all that, because eventually, we're in a cold area, concrete, in this cold that we have, obviously what we do, gonna do things, crack, you know what I mean, chip up.
Yeah.
It's just gum, so I
Yeah.
just think about maintenance and longevity of it. Maintain so it'll last.
Yeah, that'll be on the city. We provide a warranty of typically 1 to 2 years. And then beyond that, we kind of hand it over to the city to do kind of their regular payments. But unlike the metal ramps out there that have, nuts and bolts, shifting panels and all that, you're not really dealing with any of that in a concrete skate park. So the maintenance will be less.
Are we thinking, I guess the other thing is. Probably.
Landscaping.
Landscaping, yes, thank you, I'm glad. Like on one hand, I think it's cool, but the other,
Yeah.
debris and skating don't, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, so like clean up and all that, because. But it's nice for shape, it's.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll see some examples in these images of skate parks that have integrated landscaping. It looks nice aesthetically and has some definite benefits, but there's some cons to it as well. So it's up to you guys to provide your input. There's a few spots on the survey where you can write comments regarding that.
I think something our skate park right now is really lacking is lights.
Okay.
So maybe like, obviously you don't wanna have people in at skate park at like 3 o'clock, so maybe the lights will shut off at 10.
Mhm.
But during the fall, even though it's still pretty nice out, it'll
Right.
get darker
Right.
earlier, so you'll have to go home and get it.
Yeah, for sure. We did talk about lights a little bit in our last meeting. Let me ask you this. what would you prioritize? Making the skate park as big as possible now, and then do lights, you know, a few years down the line? Or make the skate park smaller, but you get lights now? What's your preference?
I think like, I'd be pretty happy with just doing it.
Okay. Good. Yes.
I know we have skateboarders, we have a lot of scooters running around town, and we have BMX, and we have BMX, more BMX stuff coming.
Yeah.
So I know, the flow and stuff is something to be consideration, because I know just looking at your pictures when I was up there,
Yeah.
we've been to a lot of parks, so we see how it is, and you're gonna have to have space
Yeah.
to go, so I know that's an expense, expanding like that. But
Yeah.
do you have a plan of how many pieces you're gonna try to put in?
At this point, no. And modern skate parks are a little less about number of pieces, and to your point, it's more about an integrated flow where each section is kind of flowing into the other section, whereas the current skate park is just like very individualized ramps. So this will all be very flowy and integrated, so that's my current vision for it versus, I don't know about a set number of pieces. Yeah, and yeah, you want to find that balance of, you know, you have enough fun stuff to ride, you know, but it's at the same time, you don't want to be too jammed with stuff and it just feels congested and you feel claustrophobic. Right? Yep.
Do you think that, what concrete do you think is, I know like basement concrete, it's slippery, but it helps like pop
Yeah.
a lot. And then there's other concrete that is good, or there's like right, because I know with the bay in Lincoln,
Yeah.
it's like all basement.
Yeah.
You can like slide really.
Yeah. I think they were dealing with an existing slab at the bay. I don't think they poured. I don't think they poured that slab.
The slab, and it's twisted.
Yeah, so that was an existing warehouse style slab, which are, you know, they're traditionally a little bit more slick. So what we use for our skate parks is a steel trowel finish. So you have broom finish, light broom finish, heavy broom finish, and then there's different levels of the steel trowel finish. So we try to find that sweet spot of it's smooth, but not too smooth. Yeah. Yeah. So the majority of our construction crew, those guys are skateboarders themselves, so they understand all those little nuances and details. You guys had no questions at the beginning, and now so many. Yes, keep going.
Do you know what approximate square footage?
Approximate square footage, I think we're targeting something around 10,000 square feet.
So it's just gonna go like, this is for the beginners, and this is for the intermediates, and this is for the advanced, or, you know, signs, so, I mean, if I went to skate
Yeah.
park, I wouldn't know where to take my grandkids.
Yeah, good question. I've never seen signage indicating that, though I think in general, the skate park will be well balanced in terms of skill levels, and we'll cover the full spectrum of skill levels from beginner to advanced. And yeah, we do try to create different zones or areas where the terrain is, you know, geared more towards one type of skill level. But again, it is all kind of tied together to a degree, so it's not fully broken up like that, though there'll be a bit of that. Yes.
So are you subcontracting locally, or are you having construction crews from LA, or? how's that?
In-house construction crew, all of our guys are in-house. And we have, depending on the time of year, between 6 and 8 crews, so we're building 6 to 8 skate parks at one time, all over the country, so, unlikely they'd be coming from California, they'd likely be coming from somewhere a little bit closer, so they'll likely be finishing up a job in Texas, or, you know, Ohio, or wherever, Illinois, Iowa, and then move over to here.
How many skate parks are you working on?
A lot. I have, I think, 30 folders on my desktop right now. So that's in their various stages of, you know, design and construction. But yeah, that's typically how I answer that question. How many active folders do I have on my computer? So, yeah.
Are you the first in this area?
For our company or?
For your company?
Yeah, we designed and built one in Norfolk, Nebraska. That was in 2020. And then I'm also working with the city of Lincoln, Nebraska right now. So this will be, yours will be built before Lincoln's. Lincoln will be 26. So you'll be the second, and then Lincoln will be the third. In this state. And then I've done 15, 16 in my home state of Iowa.
You want to see where we go to Norfolk and
Yeah.
check out one more?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think the skate park will have like different colors, like, I don't know, maybe like art or like graffiti design or something?
Less so graffiti on the ramps. And also we try not to paint the ramps just because it gets a little bit too slick, and then the art or graphics you're doing on the ramps themselves are gonna wear off, fairly quickly with all the friction of wheels. But as you can see in a lot of these images, we use integral color in the actual concrete mix that has some color variety, kind of liven up the space with different amounts of color. So that will be the goal. I don't like all gray skate parks. So yeah, that would be the goal, to get at least a little bit of color. But if you have a preference regarding what colors you like, or you think would complement this local area, yeah, please write that down.
Reference her question would be at different levels, intermediate.
Yeah.
Advanced. Could those colors be integrated into her request and to designate certain areas of expertise?
So that's a good idea.
I know that
Might steal it.
when we do contracts.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the areas are designated, you have a red for expert,
Yeah.
you have a green for intermediate, usually like a light blue or something. like
Yeah.
that for novice.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. Again, I don't know how segmented the skate park would truly be in terms of 3 distinct zones like that, but
Maybe it could be an obstacle.
yeah,
This could be a novice.
right. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. Yeah, I'll think about that a little bit.
Well, also if you have like say you get a crazy like 10-foot bowl.
Yeah.
You can have advanced people getting like 5-foot airs out of a bowl, or you
Yeah.
can have people just learning how to pump, so everything is kind of just skill based. It's not like a certain, like how I see it at least, it's not like a certain obstacle is really skill based, it's just more how do you
How
utilize
you
it.
use it, yeah. How advanced and technical tricks are you doing? Yeah.
It's kind of at your own pace.
Yeah.
If you're a
little bit,
toddler,
yeah.
you're staying off the stairs because you're gonna fall down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, kind of thing.
One way to find out, yeah.
Why does someone do that again?
Cool. Anything else? Yes.
What kind of skating do you do?
I grew up skating street. There was no bowls or pools or terrain or topography of any kind in Iowa. So yeah, I just grew up skating street. I grew up in Iowa City, so we had the University of Iowa campus. That's where I was chased by the police. So yeah, grew up skating street. As I've gotten older, started exploring transition more, just because I'm jumping down steps less these days. And I have a little concrete skate park in my backyard that's mostly transition. So I'm starting to